National Council's amendments state that the bill's primary objective is to regulate the solemnization of marriages and validate certain unions. The bill's focus on civil marriages was highlighted, while leaving the regulation of customary marriages to future legislation dedicated to their registration. Witbooi contended that these amendments unfairly disadvantage women under customary law, arguing that the changes were not intended to regulate customary marriages, but to address the implications of civil marriages.
The proposed deletion by the National Assembly creates a National Council creates, a precarious position of inequality for spouses under customary law, especially women. For this reason, I respectfully move that the proposed amendments by the National Council be rejected by this august House. Proposals in question are not intended to regulate customary marriages, as argued by the National Council. They are intended to make provision for how customary marriage have a bearing on civil marriages.
Other members of parliament made their contributions.
National Council made some amendments on some clauses. Would it not be fair also to this House if we can have, again, because we don't have it on our table, that specific amendments that they have proposed, which the ministry who promoted or submitted that bill says on the basis of the amendment, it is now submitted to the House and says, we have looked at the proposed amendment from the National Council. We therefore and respectfully would ask this House not to accept those amendments, but to stick to the original.
The fact that we are not accepting the amendment in this particular bill does not in any way suggest that we are rejecting customary marriages. That's incorrect. What we are doing is to separate the two.
What if a couple is already married in a civil marriage, and then one of them goes into a customary marriage? How should it then be? Because we are only talking about if one of them is already in a customary marriage and then wants a civil marriage with another partner.
Deliberation on the amended bill was postponed to next week. Lucia Witbooi, NBC News, Windhoek.